Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to crochet this shoulder bag. Grab your hook and your yarn, make a slip knot. We are going to chain a total of 80 chains. Finish chaining all 80 of my chains. And now we're going to take our work and flip it over to the back because we are working inside the back bumps. Inside the second bump from the hook, this bump right here, we will be placing a double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into that second bump, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. That is how you work a double crochet. We are going to chain 1, and we are going to skip that next bump and work inside the bump after that. So we're going to skip this bump, which is the next bump, and then we're going to insert a hook inside the bump after that, and we're going to place a double crochet. It should look like this. You should have a space in between your 2 double crochets. So far, we have worked a double crochet, we have chained 1 and skipped 1, and we've worked another double crochet. We are going to chain 1 again, and we're going to skip that next bump, and we're going to work inside the bump after that, and we're going to place another double crochet. We're going to chain 1 again, we're going to skip the next bump, and we're going to place a double crochet inside the bump after that. You are going to continue to double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, all the way down until you reach your very last stitch. I will meet you back when I am finished with row number 1. I have finished working all my stitches for row number 1. Should look like this. And now we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. For row number 2, we're going to place a double crochet inside our very first stitch. And now we are going to chain 1. And at the top of this next double crochet, we are going to place a double crochet. And now we are going to chain 1, and we're going to place a double crochet inside that double crochet stitch. And we're going to chain 1 and place a double crochet inside our double crochet. Continue to chain 1 and place double crochets inside the stitch for the rest of this row. I will meet you back when I am finished. This is what it looks like when row number 2 is finished. We are going to chain 1 and turn our work. We are chaining 1 at the end of each row. Before we start row number 3, grab 2 stitch markers. We are going to mark the 7th double crochet on each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I'm going to do the same on this other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Both of my 7th double crochets on each side is marked. For row number 3, we're going to slip stitch all the way down until we reach our stitch marker. So we're going to slip stitch till we reach this space right here. Inside this very first stitch, we are going to insert a hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, pull the first loop through the last loop, and that is how you work a slip stitch. Inside this space, we're going to place a slip stitch. Inside this stitch, we're going to place a slip stitch. Inside this space, we're going to place a slip stitch. Inside this stitch, we're going to place a slip stitch. You are going to continue working slip stitches all the way down until you reach the space right before your stitch marker, this space right here. I've made it to the space right before my stitch marker. And now we are going to decrease these next 2 stitches together. So remove your stitch marker. Don't worry, I will show you how to decrease if you don't know how to. You are going to yarn over, insert your hook into that double crochet, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. And now you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. You should have 3 loops on your hook, and now you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. And that is how you work a decrease. Take your stitch marker and mark the top of that stitch. Inside that double crochet, this next stitch right here, we are going to place a double crochet. And now we're going to chain 1, and we're going to place a double crochet. We're going to work our pattern like we normally would. We're going to chain 1, place a double crochet on top of our double crochets, chain 1, double crochet on top of the double crochets. You're going to continue to chain 1 double crochet, chain 1 double crochet, all the way down, all the way to the space right before my stitch marker, and I will meet you back when I make it there. Made it down all the way to the space right before my stitch marker. Do not chain 1. We are going to decrease this space and this double crochet together the same way we did in the beginning. So yarn over, insert your hook into the space, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and now you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch that we marked, yarn over, pull up a loop. You're going to have 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. And now you're going to take out that stitch marker, and you're going to mark the stitch that you just did. It's going to look like this. And now we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. Before we go any further, I want to show you what the project looked like so far. You should have a tail on this end. You should have 2 marked spaces and another tail on this end. For row number 4, we are skipping this first stitch, which is the stitch with the stitch marker, and we're going to double crochet inside the very next stitch. And now we're going to continue our pattern as normal. We are going to chain 1, place a double crochet, chain 1, place your double crochet, you're going to continue to work double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, all the way down until you reach the stitch right before the stitch marker. I will meet you back. I've made it to the stitch right before the stitch marker. I'm going to place a double crochet inside of it. As for the stitch that is marked, we are going to skip that stitch. So chain 1 and turn your work. For row number 5, we're going to work our pattern as normal. We're going to place our double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, all the way down till we reach our very last stitch. I've made it to the end of my row and I'm going to work the last stitch with you guys. So I'm going to chain 1, and this double crochet right here is my very last stitch. I'm not going to work in any other stitches past this. I'm stopping at this stitch right here. And now I'm going to chain 1. This is what it looks like when row number 5 is complete. You're going to continue to repeat row number 5 until you have a total of 22 rows. I will meet you back when my 22 rows are complete. All 22 of my rows are complete, and this is what it looks like so far. For row number 23, we are going to be adding back those stitches that we skipped in the beginning. We are going to chain a total of 14 chains. I have finished chaining my 14 chains. We are going to skip that first stitch, and inside that second stitch, we are going to place a double crochet. We are going to chain 1 and skip that next stitch, and inside the stitch after that, we are going to place a double crochet. And we are going to repeat this process all the way till we get to the end. Chain 1, skip that next stitch, and double crochet inside the stitch after that. All 7 of my double crochets are complete. And now we are going to chain 1. We are skipping this first double crochet right here, and we're going to double crochet at the top of the second double crochet. And now we're going to continue our pattern as normal. We are going to chain 1 and place a double crochet at the top of that double crochet. Again, chain 1, double crochet inside the next double crochet. You're going to continue working this mesh pattern, which is the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all the way down until you reach your very last stitch, and I will meet you back. I've made it to the end of my row. It's gonna look like this so far. For this last part of this row, we're gonna be adding 7 additional double crochets. I will show you guys how to do that. If you haven't already, make sure that you chain 1. We're gonna be inserting our hook right here inside the same stitch as our double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull your loop through that first loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook. Now you're going to yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, and pull through the last 2 loops. I know it looks difficult, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. As you see, we just added an additional double crochet, and now we're going to chain 1. We're going to be placing our hook right here at the bottom of the double crochet we just worked. So this is where we're inserting our hook. We're going to yarn over, insert our hook right here at the bottom, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through that first loop. 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops. We have just added an additional double crochet. We're going to chain 1, and we're going to repeat the process. Again, we are inserting our hook right here at the bottom. So yarn over, insert your hook at the bottom, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull a loop through that first loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops, and then you're going to chain 1. So far, we have just added 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3. We need a total of 7. So it's yarn over, insert your hook right there at the bottom, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through the first loop only, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull through the last 2 loops, and then chain 1. So far, we have added 4 double crochets. You're going to keep doing that until you have a total of 7 double crochets. This portion will be time-stamped at the bottom if you need to rewatch it. Also, you can click on the setting and slow the video down so you can watch it in a slower motion. I will meet you back when I'm finished with my 7 double crochets. I am finished with my 7 added on double crochets. And now we're going to chain 1 and turn our work. Before we go any further, I want to show you guys what my project looked like so far. Row 24 is our last row. We're placing a double crochet inside the first stitch. We are chaining 1 and double crochet inside the next double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet inside your double crochet stitch, chain 1, double crochet. You're going to continue working your mesh stitch, which is the chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, all the way down until you reach your last stitch, and I will meet you back when I'm finished with this row. I am finished with row 24. It should look like this. And now next up, we are going to take our work and fold it in half like this. We're going to be crocheting our sides together for our bag. We're going to start on the side where our yarn is still attached, our working yarn. You are going to insert your hook inside that first double crochet. You're going to do the same thing for the back. Inside that first double crochet, we're going to insert our hook, and we are going to work a single crochet. So yarn over, pull your hook through both of those stitches, front and back. Now you have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through those 2 loops. You could line them both up and work inside them, or you can work in them individually. So this is the space. I'm going to insert my hook, make sure it's going through the front and the back, and I'm going to place my single crochet. I'm going to do the same for my double crochets. I'm going to insert my hook. I'm going to insert it in the back as well. Make sure it's lined up. And then I'm going to work my single crochet. Insert my hook through the space in the front. Insert my hook in the space through the back. I'm going to insert my hook into this double crochet. I'm going to do the same thing in the back. And I'm going to work my single crochet. I'm going to continue working single crochets inside the spaces in the double crochets, front and back, all the way down till I reach the end, and I will meet you back to help you with this last space. Alright, so I made it to the end. And all I have left is this 1 double crochet, and I'm just going to single crochet into the space. And then I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to grab my scissors and cut the end of my yarn. Make sure to leave a long enough tail that you can weave in at the end. Now we're going to take our work and flip it over. We're going to repeat the same thing we did on the other side on this side. We're going to start off by grabbing our yarn and making a slip knot. Always make sure you have a long enough tail. We're going to put our hook on our yarn. We're going to grab our work. Inside this very first stitch in the front, we're going to insert our hook. And we're also going to insert our hook inside the very first stitch in the back. And like we did on the other side, we are going to work a single crochet. And we're going to single crochet inside the space. And we're going to continue this process just like we did on the other side, all the way down. Make sure you chain 1 and cut the end of your yarn when you are finished. Both of my sides are crocheted together. You can remove these stitch markers, you no longer need them. For the next portion of this video, we are going to work on extending our strap, make a slip knot. We are going to reattach our yarn. I'm going to grab my strap and I'm going to open it like this. Right here at the top in this corner, right here, I'm going to force my hook inside there and place a double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 1 right here where that next double crochet is. I'm going to force my hook in there and place a double crochet. I'm going to chain 1. So right here where we single crochet closed our strap, I'm going to insert my hook, but I'm going to put it under the stitch. Just like that. And I'm going to place my double crochet. And then I'm going to chain 1. And right here, somewhere at the top of this double crochet, I'm going to force my hook in there. And I'm going to place a double crochet. I'm going to chain 1. And right at the corner at the end, again, I'm going to force my hook somewhere in this corner. And I'm going to place a double crochet. You should have 5 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to chain 1 and turn our work. For row number 2 of our strap, we're going to work our row as normal. We're going to place our double crochets. We're going to chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. You're going to continue to repeat this row, working your double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. You should have a total of 5 double crochets. Continue working rows until you have a total of 28 rows. I will meet you back when I'm finished with my strap. I finished all 28 rows of my strap. Make sure you chain 1, and then you're going to cut the end of your yarn. You want the string to be long because we will be sewing this part to the other side of our bag. Now we are going to adjust the strap so it's not twisted or it's not the wrong way when we sew it together. You're going to get your needle, get the string you just finished. I'm going to be sewing them on the side that's considered the inside. This side right here is the outside, and this is the inside. I'm going to use the stitch markers to line the ends up. That will make it easier for me when I am sewing these pieces together. So now I'm going to grab that string, put it in my needle, and I'm going to sew these 2 pieces together. I'm just going to zigzag through both sides. There's no perfect way to do this, you just want to connect it. Once I start making it close to the end, I'm going to remove my stitch marker so I can finish sewing this strap together. I've made it all the way to the end, and since I still have some of my yarn left, I'm going to go over it a second time. This is optional. I'm just going to zigzag through it again. Your project should look like this so far. Both of your sides are closed and your strap is long and attached. We have to reattach our yarn again, so make a slip knot and put it on your hook. Alright, so we're going to be starting right here at the corner. You can start on any side of your bag. We're going to start right here. This is where we're going to be inserting our hook. We're going to be single crocheting from here all the way down till we reach our other side. There's really no perfect way to do this. I'm going to line up the strap as best as possible. And I'm just going to insert my hook, force it in there, and work a single crochet. And anywhere I see a hole, I'm just going to insert my hook and place a single crochet. There's really no perfect way to do this. Any hole I see, just inserting my hook and working my single crochets. Make sure your hook is going from the front in the back of the strap. That way we are single crocheting them together. So once you start, here, let me lay this down. You know, once you make it to this part, it's going to be a little smaller than this part. You want to make sure you have that lined up really well. You're going to have to force your hook in there. And as I'm working these single crochets, I am not working it with a tight tension. As you see, there really isn't a perfect strategy to it. I'm just inserting my hook into any hole that I can, making sure that it is going through the front and the back of the strap so I can single crochet them together. I'm going to keep going around until I reach all the way right here, which is pretty much the end of the strap. Alright, so I have single crocheted all the way around, inserting my hook into any space that I could. Again, there's really no perfect way to do this. And I made it all the way right here. And now I'm going to chain one and cut the end of my yarn. So the way I like to weave in these specific ends, these little ends right here, is I'm going to pull them to the inside using my hook or a needle, and then I'm going to split them and tie them. So I'm going to show you how I do that. So for example, I'm going to take this string right here, put it on my hook, put it through the needle. I'm going to stick it through the inside, put my hand on the inside, and pull the needle through. So this is the outside where the string was. I pulled it through, and now it's on the inside. So now I'm going to take the string, split it with my needle, put one of the ends inside my needle, and then I'm going to go through a different stitch, pull that string through. Now both strings are on separate sides, and I'm going to tie these two strings together multiple times to make sure that they're sturdy and they don't come undone. And then I'm going to cut them. I'm going to do this for the rest of my other strings, making sure that I pull them inside. That way I'm able to hide them. And as you see, it's no longer visible. You guys can weave in your ends however you want to. There's so many ways to weave in your ends, but this is how I'm going to weave in the rest of my ends. I'll come back and show you what it looks like when I am done. I finished weaving in all my ends, and this is the finished look.